What's up, everybody? I haven't done a Cush's word of the day in a while. I don't know if I'll be doing it again. I thought it was turning around. The last two got like views in the double digits. I'm talking like over nine, 10 plus. And then the last one had no views. I figure people just don't want it anymore. I'm done with it. But I'm still gonna do the mind blowing facts because like the word of the day takes a lot of effort for me. I actually go through these long, really long lists, finding interesting words with an interesting meaning as well. I guess people just don't want to learn about the English language, and that's okay. I'm not gonna put out stuff that gets no views. But I mean, I might as well do it for myself at that point. But I this is actually mind blowing facts. Is like I think a lot of people know, but not most people, because most people ain't gonna be looking this up. But I looked up. I let me see, where was I? Like, what was the reference point? Okay, it was this. Titanic seawater temperature. We can watch that, I guess.
This was
Okay, let me turn the speaker off so I don't get echo.
the real temperature of the seawater when the Titanic sank. A woman could only keep her hand in it for less than 40 seconds before the excruciating pain forced her to pull it out. At the
You feel that in your
Titanic Museum
bones.
in the United States, there's an immersive exhibit, dimly lit with icy water
Oh my God.
continuously pouring into the ship cabin through a simulation
That's
system,
an exhibit?
vividly recreating the atmosphere of that century-old maritime tragedy. Every visitor feels as if they've been transported back to that frigid night in April 1912, experiencing firsthand the chilling terror of history. But the most shocking exhibit is a tank of deadly seawater kept at a constant temperature of -2 degrees Celsius. After just 8 seconds of submersion, the pain piercing through the fingers becomes unbearable.
I can do more
By
than 8
40
seconds. I think I can break the
most
record.
people have already reached their limit. Yet over 1,500 victims of the disaster struggled in such freezing water for up to 25 minutes before
Oh my
succumbing. This
God. Like, I think I could break the record. I've been obsessed with record breaking lately. And I was always into the Guinness Book of World Records as a kid. They were buying another one books now, the latest one, so I can flip through that. And but yeah, I looked at how cold was the Titanic water. Celsius, 28 degrees Fahrenheit, obviously below freezing. Let's read why it doesn't freeze. This temperature is below the freezing point of fresh water, but the salt content, salinity of seawater prevents it from freezing solid. The frigid temperature, like it's like torture. I'd rather just freeze. Actually, I mean, no, but I mean, if it was frozen solid, there'd be no boats. You know what I mean? You'd just be like walking on it. But like, man, damn, it's like torture though. You just see what I'm saying? Like, if you on the Titanic and you fall in that water, you're just not gonna freeze. You're just be like sloshing around, and like, man, it's so cold. Like, it's like no shit, Kush. But I've thought about this a lot, man. Like, there's no more like I feel like there's no scarier scenario than this. It's like you could think maybe like floating in space, but if you have a suit on, you're not gonna be like frozen immediately. But man, this is horrible because the Titanic sunk at night. Like, that makes it even way scarier than it normally could be. And man, you couldn't see anything, just black. Okay, plus not to mention, you're sinking in freezing below freezing water. You got this massive fucking ship breaking apart, creaking, exploding, sinking like feet away from you. There is no more horrifying scenario than the Titanic. I'm sorry. These people died a slow, excruciating death. I mean, it's one of the worst things that ever happened, obviously. But let's read more about it. I hate it because I learned about Titanic as a kid. I used to rent the movie from the library. Yeah, I rented. It was like a three VHS set, and it was like a huge like case, like it was so fat, and it had like three or four VHS tapes, and I watched it all the time. And you may be wondering, did I go to the scene where he's drawing her naked? Yes, because y'all wanted to see that because I was like whatever. I don't even know why I was in there. I was like 8 or 9. I don't even know how I even knew what that was. I guess I don't know, man. I look back at my childhood all the time. It's like we were just sexualized at just an insanely young age with this other media we consume, the media that was out there, the internet in its infancy. Like I was 8 years old. Like how the fuck do I know what a naked woman's body was? But I liked it. That's what I'm saying. Like I was like 8, and I was like, why am I watching this? I didn't know why, but I kept watching it. Anyways, I'm not alone. I cannot be alone. There has to be at least one person listening that had that same experience. Like I think the first naked body I ever saw was in Titanic. Anyways, the ocean water where the Titanic sank on April 15th, 1912, was approximately 28 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature is below freezing. I read that. Such frigid conditions would have rapidly led to cold shock and hypothermia for those in the water. For most individuals, consciousness will likely have been lost within 15. What, bro? They act like that's fast. It's a long ass time. So that's why I called it torture. 15 to 45 minutes in below freezing salt water, with survival time being very limited. Death from the only people that survived are people that got in those boats, the rich, and they said women and children, but dudes ran to the line and paid money to get in those boats too. Death from hypothermia, where the body's core temperature drops to a dangerous level, could occur within an hour. And like suspension, the rescue ship Carpathia arrived approximately 2 hours after Titanic sank, greatly diminishing. What about the SS California? What was it doing? But the man, the poor died first because they were in the cargo sections or whatever, the lower halves of the boat, and they obviously died first. You know what I mean? Because they why wouldn't they? And it's like everything about Titanic is tragic. And I have a book I'm gonna recommend on the Titanic. Let me go grab it. I want to see like the ship. Is there like any of it like on display that we can look at? Like something like that. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to see it sink. I just want to see it in its whole form when she was seaworthy. I love the Titanic. It was amazing marvel of engineering. That dumbass captain wanted to make time, wouldn't go around an iceberg or whatever the fuck happened. Oh, let me go get my book. It's called Futility, the Wreck of the Titan. This book came out in the year. Fuck it, man. Like, let's just look it up. I guess why the internet exists. It makes things so hard to find. I'm not flipping through a bunch of pages. Okay, 1898. And you do the math. They came out 14 years before Titanic sunk, and it's about that the world's largest ship sinking. Like, come on! In the North Atlantic Ocean after striking an iceberg. You don't believe me? Read it yourself. Yes, I read it, and it's spot on. It's scary how accurate it is. But yeah, Futility Record Type by Morgan Robertson. Check it out. That's it, guys. But yeah, that water was crazy cold. I feel for those people, and they died though. It's the most horrible death imaginable.